Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to MDZ Music, where we talk about our songwriting process. My name is Eli Mendez. You can follow me on all social media at Eli Mendez 1109. MATTIX wasn't able to make this series. You can catch him on our next series. In this 3-episode series, I'm going to be talking about how I wrote the song Places. On today's episode, I'm going to cover the process on how to write a chorus and where to find the placement within the beat to write that chorus, and how I wrote this specific chorus for Places. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to think of a concept, and then you're going to want to write down words to best describe that concept. And none of it has to make sense. You just want to paint the picture, paint the idea of the concept that you want people to understand and visualize. So next I wanted to talk about the most common format for songwriting, and this is just the most common that people use for their songwriting process. The most common way to structure a song is you have a chorus, and then you have verse 1, and then you have a chorus, verse 2, bridge, and then the chorus. But you could do it in any order you want to. You could do it however you want to do it. There's no right or wrong way in terms of how to build the structure of a song. Sometimes in a song, some songs don't have hooks, it's just verses. Some songs don't have bridges. Some songs have different things, but that's just the most common format, and that's kind of what I go with to help me structure the song. But usually it never turns out that way. I always add things, but that's just kind of a thing to think about whenever you're creating your structure. So next I wanted to talk about the concept behind Places. So Places is about being in different places and feeling lost, and feel like you're missing home, but you're with the person that you want to be with. And so no matter where you're at in the world, you feel like you're home. Everywhere we would go, I felt like I needed to know where I was in terms of the world. I needed to know if I was facing north, and which way was the US, or which way was Texas. And so I always felt like I felt kind of lost in a sense. So next I'm going to play the chorus for Places with lyrics, and then I'm going to break down the process in terms of how it became what it is. Right now we're on a different place, and all I see is different stages of these places. And I don't even want to feel, but I feel different phases of these places. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is I'm going to load the beat, and then I'm going to show you the placements, where to find where the chorus goes, and how to break down and how to find within the beat where specific parts go. So once you have the beat loaded, you can look at the beat as a whole, and you listen to it and you look at it, you can actually see where the hook might go. So by looking at it at first glance, this whole area is big, and big. But when you actually break down the beat and you listen to it, it seems to change a little bit right here and get a little bit bigger of a sound. So this is where I thought maybe the chorus might go. So specifically in this area right here. So it's chorus there, chorus here, and then a chorus at the end. And that's how I found the placement within this specific beat. All right, so now you have your concept in place. You've been writing words down. This next phase, what I'll usually do is I'll start my mumbling process. And this is where I load the beat up, or I play it, and I just mumble melodies that just come to me based off the sound of the beat. I'm not really saying anything. I'm just kind of mumbling words. And when I do this, it doesn't make sense at all. I just try to find, the biggest thing that I'm trying to do is find the melody that fits best with the beat. And then once I'm going along with the mumbling, I'll look at some of the lyrics, and I'll try to fit some of those words into the mumble. And then that seems to usually help me out. And then sometimes I'll even repeat the mumble, repeat the word even. And then what I'll do is I'll do multiple takes, and then I'll pick the one that I like the best, or I'll combine multiple takes into one. And an example of that will look something like this. Yep. Right now different stages of these places, and I don't even wanna feel, but I feel the phases of these places. Okay, so once you've found your melody and you've listened to it and you decided that that's what you want to go ahead and that's what you're going to want to go ahead and go with, like I said, start looking at the words you've written down. Start trying to paint that picture, and then try to fit those words into the melody that you've created, and then try to rhyme words, try to do complete sentences to paint the picture, to bring the song to life. This is what usually helps me out. So it's okay to repeat yourself, or you continue to use words that you've used. All you're trying to do is you're trying to still paint the picture. So that's why it's okay to re-say words or repeat yourself every now and then. Don't feel like you have to change words completely. The biggest thing is, like I said, is you want to paint the picture for people to understand kind of what you're trying to say. And going back to the technique that I do, there's no right or wrong way in terms of the songwriting process. This is just the technique that I seem to use, and it seems to work out for me. So like I said, there's no right or wrong way in terms of if you should write melodies first or lyrics. This just seems to help me out the most. And you can do it kind of however you want to do it. This is just to give some guidance. So I do want to talk about my personal preference for the final sound. I do like to use pitch correction, and I also like the sound of a late reverb. That's something that I'm into right now. I've talked about this in other videos, but what you want to do is you want to find your final sound. Try to find something that you like, even if it's any style of music, any sound. Always do the sound and find the sound that you want and that you like. I also wanted to talk about how there's no such thing as the greatest song in the world. It's all just going to be opinionated. That's the beauty of music. You can make stuff that you like. So the most important thing is making stuff that you like. You're not going to be able to, at first you might try to please everybody, but not everybody's going to like the sound that you're trying to, create. Some people might not like it. Some people might like it. But the main thing is to make the songs that you like. And that at the end of the day, you can look back and say, I really like this song or this sound. Like I said, not everybody's going to like, everything that you do. As long as you create the music that you like, I think eventually the people that end up liking that same music will find your music. You just keep putting it out there. And I think over time, people will, you'll find those people that really like what you're trying to do. So, you want to do it for yourself. You want to do it for, the people who end up liking your music. And then the last two things is, make sure you practice. It does get easier. The more you practice, your songwriting abilities will get better. You'll start to, the easiest thing I can say in terms of songwriting, actual lyrics, is to think of the concept, think of the idea, think of the picture, and just try to figure out a way to make people visualize that with words. And the more, the more words you use, or maybe the more, the more creative you are in terms of the lyrics, a lot of times that can help with painting the actual picture. And then the last thing is, you want to have fun. That's the whole point of all this, is to have fun. Do it because it makes you happy. Hey guys, thanks for watching MDZ Music. My name is Eli Mendez. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share, and turn on notifications to see brand new shows. Also, make sure to follow me on all social media at Eli Mendez 1109 to hear any current music that I'm working on. If you want to hear any of my current music right now, you can find it on all digital outlets, Spotify, Apple Music. You can find it on YouTube. Go check some of that stuff out. We'll see y'all next time. Walking down that Road.